And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. Thanks for tuning in. Can I get some audio on this headset? No? Hi, Stevie. How you doing? Back in Tampa?
Doing very well here. How are you guys? How's the trip up there?
Everything's good. So everybody knows I'm out of studio today, not out of my head. Maybe a little bit of that, but we're in Baltimore, Maryland, and we're attending the 2017 Natural Products Trade Show, Expo East, and it's great to be with you. We do this every year, enjoy doing it, and we're broadcasting out of the Kyolic booth, Waukanaga of America, and I don't have any volume in my headset. It's okay, but just so you all can hear me. And my good friend and colleague, Jay Levy, is with me today, and Steve Augustine with Waukanaga of America and Kyolic. He's been on the air. Jay used to be on all the time, those of you who remember. And then, you know, he lives in California. And then when we went to prime time at 9 in the morning, it was like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I didn't want him to have to get up and, you know, disturb his beauty sleep. So he hasn't been on for a very long time. The last time he was on last year when I came here. And we're so glad. I called him. It was really last minute and said, "You'd like to broadcast out of your booth?" I said, "Doc, I'll take care of it." And he did. And Waukanaga of America is a class act. I've told you that. And they are the makers of Kyolic aged garlic extract. And wonderful company. They're an American company and a Japanese company. Japanese company, that's where they started, in Japan. And we've talked about the history of the company several times over the years, but we're happy to be here. Nobody's in the building right at the moment in terms of the folks that are going to be thousands and tens of thousands that are going to be walking around. Who are the people that are in here now are people that the exhibitors. At 10 o'clock, the doors will open. And then in the second hour of the show, you're going to hear a lot of buzz in this building. We'll get some statistics as to the number of companies that are here and how many will attend the trade show. This is a wonderful experience. I learn a lot every time I come, and I learn a lot from Jay as well. Jay, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. It's great to be with you, man.
Hey, Doc. Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be back on. It's been a long time.
So what have you been doing? Last time I talked to you was a year ago.
well, no, we've spoken a few times since last time on the radio. It's been a year ago. You know, a lot of good things happening. Just doing our best to make people aware of, you know, how to take care of themselves, how to take proper nutrients and do the right thing.
Yeah. I know I've asked you this a couple of times in the past. You've been with the company, what, 25 years?
No, it's been January 3rd of 1989. So it's been 28 years. And it's been 28 years for Steve here, too.
Wow. So I guess they like you around here.
Well, we like to think that we like them, but yeah, that's okay. That's okay. No, it's rare, particularly in sales, that you know, people stay with the company for close to 30 years. It's not common these days.
I know. It's so fluid. People come and go. Companies come and go. And explain to the listener and the viewer of Let's Talk Nutrition why these expos, these natural products expositions, if you want to call them that, why they're so important to the listener and the viewer. Why does somebody in Tampa or somewhere in Tallahassee or Texas, why should they care about these kinds of shows?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Well, you know, the main function of a trade show is to get new information, new product information, innovation to the retailers so they can, in turn, impart that information on to the consumer.
Okay. So this year, if you know, how many companies are participating in Expo East?
Yeah, right now there are 1,300 manufacturers here in this building.
Are you serious?
1,300 manufacturers. And each booth will have probably 3 to the big booths like ours will have 20 people in it.
Right.
So just industry people alone, manufacturers, there's That's close to, let's just say, an average of 5 people per booth. So that's
It's the second largest
close to 10,000
show.
10,000 people.
That's just exhibitors.
Yes, just exhibitors.
Now, then the folks that walk into this, who comes to these shows?
Yeah. The retailers, the retail staff, the people that the listening audience go to get information. That's who comes to this show.
Press.
That other voice you hear is Steve Augustine. He's an educator for Kyolic and works for Waukanaga America.
There'll be 25,000 retailers
here
attend the show.
So retailers plus exhibitors, you got about close to 40,000 people or more. That's amazing. Of course, where you live in California, that's where Expo West is. That's the biggest product trade show in the world.
It's the biggest natural food product trade show in the world. Yeah, I really can't explain why East is not as big. You think East would be bigger just because the population base is here. But for some reason, it's never been as large a trade show here on the East Coast.
Now, we have international companies here. Of course, Waukanaga is an international company.
Yeah, there are international brands here, but once again, I think the majority of those companies probably attend Expo West in Anaheim over Expo East in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm. And companies take this moment to do breaking news, like new products.
Yeah, I'm not sure. New research, new information, innovation. Absolutely. That's really what trade shows are designed for.
Mm-hmm. And this year, have you launched anything new?
Yeah, we are repackaging, rebranding our green line, our Kyolic green line. Just needed some updating, adding some, more information from gluten-free to GMO-free to all the things that consumers are looking for.
How long Kyolic green? Now everybody knows Kyolic for Kyolic aged garlic extract. You make other products. Let's talk about your greens product for a second, because that's a very popular dietary supplement these days. A lot of consumers realize that they're not eating enough vegetables and fruit and whatnot, and so they're turning to because they can't or they don't like them or whatever, so they're turning to these greens products. One of the things that I worry about with greens products is the raw material. I worry about toxicity levels because I don't know what raw materials they're using, where they got them from. And just because it's a fruit or a vegetable, plant-based sourced product doesn't necessarily mean I want to consume it. Can you talk a little bit about that?
No, sure. The beauty of greens products is they're grasses, barley grass, wheatgrass, and it's food. So if you're overly concerned about getting environmental toxins from your food, whether you're eating fruits, vegetables, that's the way you should perceive these green type products. They're food, and the beauty of the green products is they have a very balanced nutritional profile. You're not going to get heavy dose too much of vitamins, minerals, of aminos. You're going to get a real balanced nutritional profile. I think it's a real healthy and convenient way to get your nutrition, and like you said, it's absolutely gaining in popularity.
Mm-hmm. You're listening to Jay Levy. He is Director of Sales for Waukanaga of America, and Steve Augustine's with him. And we're going to come back, and I'm going to talk to him more about the Kyolic greens. Some of you listening and watching the show coast to coast and globally may not be aware that Waukanaga of America does make other products besides Kyolic aged garlic extract, which is one of the best dietary supplements on the planet for a lot of different reasons. I consider it one of those supplements that you should take every day, and you get the most bang for your buck. That's a supplement that you'll get a lot of health benefit from it. We'll be back. We'll talk some more. You're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, coast to coast and globally.
Here, I feel there's a disconnect here. I like it.
I'm Joy McCarthy, holistic nutritionist, and I expect more from my multivitamin. I've researched many vitamins, and what's truly different about Every Woman's One Daily from New Chapter is that it's fermented with probiotics and whole foods and gentle even on an empty stomach. Every Woman's One Daily helps you feel good every day. giving you immune, energy, and stress support, and nutrients for bone and heart health. You will notice a difference. Every Woman's One Daily recently won the Best Multivitamin Award, and I love that it's non-GMO project verified. Discover the wisdom of nature with New Chapter.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce.
And welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. We are coast to coast, and we do stream, and we're global, 5 continents. We're happy about that. When you have international sponsors and an international audience up, it points at you, and we like that. We don't like it homogenized. We like it more heterogeneous. We're broadcasting today in Baltimore at the 2017 Natural Products Trade Show Expo East, and Wampanoag of America has been gracious enough to allow us to broadcast today and tomorrow from their booth and Jay Levy, one of the premier educators for Walk in America. Welcome back, Jay. Welcome back, Steve. Okay, the Kyolic, again, a lot of the audience members know about Age Product Extra. The Kyolic Green, I wonder, and I wanted to talk to you about it. We never really have spent a lot of time discussing it. As I told you, one of my concerns, there are more greens products in the industry now than I have since, right? Everybody's got a greens product. Some taste great, some taste horrible, some use wonderful raw materials, some I don't know, and I would take them at gunpoint. Can you talk a little bit about the Kyolic Green, Wakanaga's version of greens products, why you give it to your family, why you're comfortable with it?
Yeah, no, as I mentioned before, you know, what I like about them is that you don't get too much of one thing. So it's a way, once again, to supplement your already diet. I think to your point and to your concern about, you know, the quality, you know, we're a GMP, ISO certified, TGA certified manufacturer. So every product that comes out of our facility is tested. It's tested for heavy metals. It's tested for every single product that comes out. So we would absolutely not put anything on the market that is not the highest.
Now the facility, is that the newest area that you built in California?
Correct.
That's pharmaceutical grade facility.
Exactly.
You could use drugs there if you wanted to.
Yeah, well, aged garlic extract, we're in 50 countries worldwide, and aged garlic extract in 5 of the countries worldwide are considered a drug. So that's part of the reason we have to manufacture the drug standards.
So Kyolic Green is clean.
Kyolic Green is clean.
You like
our new tagline.
Right. So I'll send you my consulting fees. Green is clean. I was looking at the ingredients. It says
okay, well, that's not Kyolic Green. That's a line addition. This is the base.
All right.
Kyolic Green's been a product for 30 years. It's been on the market.
This product,
Kyolic Green, which is barley grass, wheatgrass, chlorella, kelp, and brown rice, it's a combination product. And it's a standard. I mean, I think what's so important, like you mentioned with the green products, there are a lot of them out there that taste bitter, that don't taste so good. There are a lot of them that when you try to disperse them in water, when you try to mix them in water, they clump up, they don't mix well. This product is very smooth, it's got a great mouthfeel, and a fresh taste. If you can drink green tea, then you'll have no problem drinking a product like Kyolic.
So it's a proprietary blend of barley and wheat grasses, FOS, oligosaccharides, prebiotic, that's the food for the bugs, bacteria in your gut. Cooked brown rice, chlorella, and kelp. It's a proprietary blend so that you don't give that away. It's free of GMOs, soy, gluten, dairy, tree nuts, sodium, yeast, artificial colors, and flavors. Outstanding.
Yep.
And it says it on the box. This has been on the market for 30 years.
30 years. 30 years.
Wow.
You know, but once again, you know, we're known for aged garlic extract, and with aged garlic extract, you know, we have 750 peer-reviewed studies. So we put a little more effort into aged garlic extract. But these products, our peripheral products like Kyolic Green, have always done really well.
This sort of reminds me, using a musical analogy, musicians. I was talking with one of the producers from iHeartMedia, who's sitting to my right yesterday, and we were talking about different musicians. Brubeck, right? Quartet. They did a tune called Take 5.
Paul Desmond
and Joe Morello, Eugene Wright on bass, and Brubeck on piano. You would think that's the only song he ever played or performed or composed in his life, and that's what he's known for. It turns out to be a great musician. Same thing has sort of happened to Kyolic or Wakanaga with Kyolic. It's like, that's not the only hit they've had.
Yeah, that's right.
You've made other albums.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And played other tunes. And it's a blessing and a curse in a way, isn't it?
Well, you know, it does require a little more focus, you know, to just always remember, you know, to talk about the other items that we manufacture. But I use the analogy of sons. you know, you always have an oldest son, a middle son, and then you know you have the baby of the family, and that's kind of
So
the way I look at it.
are any of these sons problematic? No, that's just kidding.
Well, the middle child's always a bit problematic.
I know.
Hold that up to the camera.
Steve, welcome to the show. Thanks for.
He's the middle child, by the way.
You'll need to get into your mic a little bit.
Okay. Can you hold that up to the
And
camera?
I'm sorry.
Hold this up to the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry.
People are asking what it looks
Oh, what it looks like? That's what it looks like. There you go. Where's the camera? There it is. A little delay. And this is Cairo Greens by Wampanoag of America. Steve and Jay is absolutely right. The way it feels in the mouth, the way it smells, the way it tastes, it doesn't clump up in water. You can mix it with protein if you want in a protein shake, or mix it just with water and ice. When we come back, we'll talk to Steve Augustine. Steve is a good person to talk to because he's in the trench every day, talking to consumers, talking to retailers, and he sort of gets the
feedback.
Feedback's a metaphor, you know, all the tough questions. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition out of Expo East in Baltimore today, live.
Almost 52% of men experience erectile dysfunction and benign prostatic hyperplasia. If you've had challenges with virility, sexual health, or low energy, Body Vigor's Alpha Extension may be the answer for you. Body Vigor's Alpha Extension can help revitalize your alpha male and extend your love. Our formula is one of the highest quality nutraceuticals available, formulated to support the processes involved in promoting a healthy male sex drive, energy, and stamina. Alpha Extension has 2 powerful herbal blends: Virilo Max, which focuses on male sexual health, and T-Pump Activator, which helps balance your testosterone levels. Revitalize your alpha male with Body Vigor's Alpha Extension. Exclusively available on Amazon.com.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. And it's Health Talk, Let's Talk Nutrition, Health Talk Radio for the 21st century. Why? Because it is connecting analog technology to the listener and viewer in conjunction with digital technology. We've integrated them, and now we're up on different platforms, but its heart and soul is a terrestrial radio show, but connected to 21st century technology, and we like that. I am broadcasting today from Baltimore, Maryland, and attending the 2017 Expo East Natural Products Trade Show. Waukesha of America been kind enough to allow us to broadcast today and tomorrow out of their booth. Of course, you know them for being the makers of Kyolic Asiatic extract, but they make other products and wanted to let you know about them. One is this Kyo Green product. And Steve, welcome back. Steve Augustine, educator for Waukesha of America. You're in the stores every day. You talk to retailers, you talk to customers. What kind of feedback do you get on the Kyo Green? What do people say to you?
Customers and the retailers like Kyo Green, one of the major reasons is its mixability. They like to be able to mix it in protein shakes and smoothies and have it blend in really well. They like the nutritional profile of it. People like the fact that it doesn't have spirulina in it, which is a very nutritional ingredient, but it can tend to give your smoothie
bitter taste.
Yeah, it's a nice way of saying it.
So, from a nutritional standpoint, when you look at the ingredients, barley, wheatgrass, brown rice, right, chlorella, kelp, what benefit does the consumer get from the product?
Most consumers are taking these green products for SOD, superoxide dismutase. They really like that how it's. I talked to Dr. Percival at University of Florida in Gainesville. She's an immunologist by trade, but she likes to dabble in antioxidants. She told me that her favorite was SOD.
What is so special about superoxide dismutase?
It's the number 2, according to the scientific I've spoken to, the number 2 most powerful detoxifier that you can get from a nutritional source.
And that compound is found in these particular plants.
Parts of these particular plants. It's a very powerful SOD ingredient.
And detoxify. You're talking about the liver, you're talking about systemic, you have about 7, for lack of a better way to say it, detoxification systems in your body, your blood, your kidneys, your lungs, and so on. Your liver. Does it detoxify any particular organ, or it's more systemic in nature?
I think it's systemic in nature. I'm sure it's more beneficial for your liver and your kidneys, just because that's where most of the detoxification is going. But I think it would be a free radical scavenger in the bloodstream for our body.
Also, chelating heavy metals out of it. And that's how these things work.
And so, as you've heard me talk many times on the show about the toxic world in which we live, we all carry a body burden of chemicals that have no business in our bodies. And some people think, not me. I dare say I could at random in this hall today pick 10, 100 people at random, and I'll bet you most of them are carrying a toxic load that they're unaware of toxic chemicals. It's almost unavoidable. And people say, well, I eat clean. No, yeah, you may, but you breathe the air, you drink the water, you live on the planet, and it has become more polluted, right? People get lung cancer, don't even know how they got it, never smoked, but they get lung cancer, or they get cancer. Most cancers are caused environmentally, right? So that's where the food be your medicine and medicine your food, right? So food is, when you take, as I said yesterday, we did a little impromptu video, put it on Facebook. Diet and nutrition together function as the primary driver for being. Without those two in combination, everything else sort of fades in its importance, because if you don't nourish the body properly and don't help it heal itself, to restore itself, to sustain itself, you're out of business, right? Look, diet and nutrition are like location, location, location. You understand?
Yeah.
If you don't, you may have a wonderful store, great products in it, whatever kind of store it may be, but the location is horrible, you could go out of business. Diet and nutrition together are like location, location, location. That's how I view of LTN since its inception, because that's been my point of view most of my life. I've always believed that, even before my formal training in nutrition. So that's why I'm fond of this product. I am surprised. I did not know, admittedly, it's been on the market for 30 years. Is it sold in other countries?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Where?
Oh, good question. It doesn't have the quite the distribution that the Kyolic extract has, but it's probably sold 25 countries worldwide.
And Kyolic is sold in what, 40 or 50? 50 countries. This is interesting. Does the formulation change when you put it in Asia or the Middle East or Europe or South America? Does the formulation change?
Well, formulation is the same for the base. However, there could be opportunities for custom products for certain countries.
Some cultures tend to eat more plants than we do. They embrace them, right? Do you sell it? It is a plant-based food culture.
Yeah, well, no, it's interesting you say that. You know, obviously in our Western society, convenience is a huge factor, and I think people view these products. You know, it's a green powder drink mix that you put in water or juice or like you said, a smoothie. So I think it's the convenience factor that's part of the appeal to products like these. And my experience, I can't speak, about every country, but it seems like that's more of a Western society thing, the convenience factor.
Yeah.
So I would probably say that products like these aren't quite as available, in countries where they eat a little more plant-based diet.
Mm-hmm. You are listening to Jay Levy, Director of Sales for Wampanoag of America. Steve Augustine is with him. We're going to be back in the second hour. We are broadcasting live. They're going to open the doors to the exhibition hall here, the Baltimore Convention. What was that? Somebody's talking to me. Okay. Oh, yeah, we have one more segment. I'm sorry. Where am I headed in such a rush? Time goes by so fast, We'll come back. We're going to talk some more. We're going to introduce some other products from Wampanoag of America. I know you know a lot about Kyolic H-product extract. Come back, we're going to talk about a couple of others that they have in their line. You may be surprised as to what they have. We want to make you aware of those because Wampanoag of America, one of the best manufacturers of dietary supplements in the world. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, coast to coast and globally.
The perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
And welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show and whatever you may be doing. And broadcasting out of Waukanaga of America's booth today and tomorrow at the Expo East 2017 edition in Baltimore Natural Products Trade Show. It's always fun to come here. Hi, how you doing today? Good. You want to be a movie star? Come on. People are now walking in. They're going to open the doors here pretty soon. And they open at 10 o'clock. And Baltimore's a nice town. It's very nice here.
I saw a ship today.
Yeah, he didn't realize there's a major port. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of seafood restaurants and whatnot around here. Steve, welcome back to the show. It's always nice to have you on. And,
happy to be on.
And thank you for your support of the show, by the way.
Thank
Steve,
you.
can I ask you a question? Sure. Can you eat yourself into better health?
Yeah, I think, that's a funny way to put it, but yeah, the same way you get into bad health, you can eat your way out of it, right? I mean, it's probably, if you had dietary counseling, they would tell you to eat a lot less.
Right.
But yeah, I think you can change your diet at any time and choose to eat a healthy diet. But what people don't realize is, of course, water. Water is such an important thing that most people you talk to nowadays don't drink enough water.
Why is water? Because I drink coffee, so it has water in it. I drink tea, it has water.
You want to drink free water.
Right.
Okay,
well, that's got caffeine, right? And
now you do. Doc does this thing where he doesn't put ice in his water, and it confused me at first.
So I learned that from Ayurvedic medicine. When you go to a restaurant, what do? They put ice water down. No. Don't drink ice water with your meal. In Ayurvedic medicine, they have a principle that this water gets in the way of digestion and the nutritional benefit from the food.
Maybe because the ice is slowing the temperature of the stomach down.
Well, the principle is not. I don't want to get into the weeds on it, but it's interesting. You have to keep an open mind in this business and not get too ideological. I read about Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic medicine. I look at all the different food cultures around the world, try to learn. There are no clinical trials there. We're just observing people. Dr. Colin Campbell is famous for that. Of course, he did the China study. And you learn a lot about, this was done through, the clinical trial was trial and error over hundreds and thousands of years. So Gary's comment or question, can you eat your way into better health? Well, if you take the converse of that, people certainly have eaten themselves into disease. It turns out that diet is the major cause of chronic disease. That's my point about that. Diet is the major cause of chronic diseases. When you construct the linear chain, they'll say, well, it's heart disease, it's this, it's that. But when you look at the linear chain, it starts with diet, lifestyle, and other variables. The diet is one of the major variables to cause disease. And so conversely, like you said, you can eat your way into health, you can eat your way into bad health. And people do it every day, and we got 2/3 of 68% of the population that is overweight or obese. The metabolic diseases are now becoming more prominent, diabetes and so on, metabolic syndrome and whatnot. So it's all about, as I keep saying, diet, nutrition together are a primary driver for health, wellness, and well-being.
Portion control, right?
Portion control is part of it. Portion control, as well as what you're eating, when you're eating, with whom you're eating, why you're eating. In other words, your relationship with food. What is your relationship with food? Do you eat when you're happy, when you're sad? Do you eat mindlessly? Do you eat consciously? Do you take food for granted like we do in our interpersonal relationship? We take our partner for granted. Sometimes we disrespect our partner. Sometimes we disrespect ourselves by the way we eat. You understand what I'm getting at?
Sure.
Yeah.
Stress. Number one, right?
Sure. Sometimes their relationship with food is driven by the amount of stress in their life.
I think that's very common.
Mindless eating is such a big, because if you look at a lot of the packaging that food's coming in, especially junk food, it's coming to the point where it's just mindless eating pattern food, where it's just small little bites that you can just sit in your car and eat when you're driving. You're sitting on a couch and eating when you're driving, or on your computer eating your,
The bag of chips, the bag of pretzels, the bag of candies, the can of this, the package of that. The point's well taken.
Well, think about candy bars. Candy bars used to come in a big thing where you had to hold in your hand. Now they're coming in little bitty bites, unwrapped. So they're faster to eat. You don't have to unwrap the little bitty bites, and you're just popping them in your mouth.
I know. When we were a kid, to get that Musketeers wrapper off, you had to bite, you had to, tear it. Now it's a little easier. It's interesting, Steve. When we were evolving, we lived in a time where there was inconvenience and stress, right?
Right.
Now we
Harder
have
to get food.
right. Now we have convenience and stress put together, and we have convenience foods. Everything's convenient. So yeah, it gets complicated, but dietary supplementation has its place. I do think that it's overrated, and I think it's abused, and I think it's misused.
Too much marketing,
Too
not
much.
enough science.
Exactly.
And as you know, we're the opposite of that. We're too much science, not enough marketing, right?
Well, that's a sin you can afford to commit. You have about 100 PhDs working for the company,
Overall.
right? Here in the United States and in Japan.
Right.
So
I would say worldwide.
Worldwide. It's a research-oriented kind of company, always has been since it's interesting. It's in its DNA.
Yeah, we're more quality focused than marketing focused, and focused on research and quality.
So in this building, I won't point anybody out. There are a lot of companies here that are attending this natural products trade show. They're not really supplement companies. They're marketing companies.
Based.
They're marketing companies masquerading as supplement companies.
Right.
And there's a difference. There is a difference.
Oh yeah.
Is it made for? Is it made by?
Well, I've been in the industry 28 years. You've been in the industry a very long time. And for us in the industry, we know, the companies that are science-based. I know you know it, and I know it.
Sure.
We're, of course, not going to name names.
I don't do that. No, I don't throw anybody under the bus like that. But what I do is point out on the show which
companies are the good ones.
the audience is, I always think of the audience as my own family. What would I say to my mom, my dad, my sister, my nieces, whomever? What advice would I give them? And what would they want to know? And what's in their best interest? So that's sort of what we do with the show. So we were talking about Kyro Green. You have many other products that...
Our acidophilus line is, of course, one of our better lines that we don't really talk about a whole lot on your show, but it's great. As you can see, we have a full wall of it over here. I don't know if
Jerry, hand me a bottle. There you go.
Show them one product. And we've been doing probiotics for more than 30 years. And if you think about that, most of the people in the audience probably are like, wow, I just started hearing about probiotics like 5 years ago, maybe 10 at the most.
Well, ever since Jamie.
No, could not hear you.
Almost 52% of men experience erectile dysfunction and benign prostatic hyperplasia. If you've had challenges with virility, sexual health, or low energy, Body Vigor's Alpha Extension may be the answer for you. Body Vigor's Alpha Extension can help revitalize your alpha male and extend your love. Our formula is one of the highest quality nutraceuticals available, formulated to support the processes involved in promoting a healthy male sex drive, energy, and stamina. Alpha Extension has 2 powerful herbal blends, Virilomax, which focuses on male sexual health, and T-Pump Activator, which helps balance your testosterone levels. Revitalize your alpha male with Body Vigor's Alpha Extension, exclusively available on Amazon.com.
And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, broadcasting live today out of Baltimore, Maryland, attending the 2017 Natural Products Trade Show, Expo East. And they're getting ready to open the door to the convention center any moment. And we've been on the air for about an hour before the crowd's showing up.
Oh, it is open. They just opened it up. Got people crazily running around now.
Okay, so you'll hear a lot of buzz in the background. That's, you know,
Here they come.
Here they come. And they'll be, yeah, there you go.
There you go, yeah.
And we're happy to be here. We're happy to be that you're there. And we always invite you to call the show and get in touch. Today you'll have to call, and Stephen will have to take.
Actually, today they can reach us through the Facebook app, and they can chat with us immediately through Facebook or YouTube.
Okay.
So because we can't use the phone lines.
So you can call Stephen. He's in Tampa, Florida. Here's the toll-free number.
It's 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255.
And if you're calling out of the country, it's 813-36-8255. And Let's Talk Nutrition is health talk radio for the 21st century for a lot of different reasons. I'll share that every day as we go along. Steve Augustine's with me. Steve, welcome back. We were talking about, of course, everybody knows about Kyolic. And I wanted today to spend some time talking about other products that Wampanoag America makes.
Sure.
The Kyo Green that we talked about in the first portion of the show. You've made probiotics for 30 years.
Right.
So many people don't know that. We need to tell them that. We need to, and there's an interesting history with your probiotics, isn't there?
Right. Well, we were doing probiotics before anybody even knew what probiotics were. I remember when I first started with the company 28 years ago, we had Kyolic that we were going around trying to discuss it with the retailers, and it was a harder product to try and get in the stores because they didn't know what a probiotic was.
But yeah, you throw a celebrity on TV talking about, yogurt, and they're like, oh yeah.
Now all of a sudden it's a big deal.
And it's just amazingly how they marketed that. And no research or anything behind it. She just gets on there and says, oh, it makes my tummy feel better.
Well, that's one good thing about the probiotics category is research. People are taking probiotics seriously now, and they understand the health benefits of probiotics.
Well, there's some science too to support it, and marketing is important. I get it. I understand the integration of marketing with science. That does happen.
I think that you need both.
You need both. What the problem is when marketing starts to corrupt the science.
Right?
Corrupt the science. Corrupt the science. When you start to misrepresent what you find in the studies and so on, or bend the truth, bend the findings. That's when it becomes problematic. Now, in the Kyolic, what do we have in that bottle?
L-gastrine, bifidus, and B-long. They're all lactobacillus. I help people understand what the importance of that is lactobacillus are lactic acid producing bacteria. And how that's important is the lactic acid producing bacteria kick out lactic acid into the digestive tract, and that kills or discourages the growth of pathogenic bacteria like E. coli and things like that. Helps improve the health of the sticky lining in the digestive tract.
Called the mucosa.
You got it.
The mucosa.
Probiotics.
You have a mucosa lining throughout your body, in your mouth, in your intestine, your lining of your intestines. And when that mucosa gets damaged, you can get into a lot of trouble. A lot of people think probiotics, their main function is for digestion. That's not true.
It's a symbiotic relationship, but many different things. Probably the most important to me is immune protection. What people don't realize is the inside lining of your digestive tract is your front line of immune defense. It's really considered to be the outside of your body. And if you don't have a good protective layer of friendly flora there helping you out, you're more prone to gut permeability and allergic reactions and immune problems.
Right.
You don't have the vitamin absorption that you would have in the nutritional health.
Right.
It's important.
It's more than important. Digestive health, some argue that is the foundation of overall health, because if you can't digest the food and then get it assimilated, you're
done.
Right. It's like you have a wonderful car, beautiful engine, high performance engine, no fuel, can't run, right? Same thing. So this product is simple in that you notice lately in the market, probiotics, I got 100 gazillion of this and that.
A whole wall of them.
You guys haven't fallen prey to that.
No, our probiotics are packaged in a glass amber bottle, and that protects the probiotic strains from fluorescent light, which can damage them. But more importantly, it protects them from moisture, which is really the enemy of all freeze-dried probiotics.
So should you put them in a refrigerator or not? Is this shelf stable?
You live in Florida. I live in Orlando. You live in Tampa. Especially in humid climates, what happens when you take a cold bottle out of the refrigerator and put it in a warm, moist environment?
Oh, you get that little
condensation, right?
Yeah.
So you think it's better to keep it at room temperature?
Well, and we always tell, yeah, I do, but if you insist on, if you're one of those people that you just got to keep it in the fridge, you think it's better for it. Our probiotics have a 4-year shelf life, so you don't have to keep them in the refrigerator. But if you want to, what we say is open the refrigerator door, go into the fridge, open the bottle, get your capsule out, take it out.
Put it back in the fridge. Don't let it sit on the counter.
Yeah, don't let it sit on the counter.
There you go. 877-897-8255, toll free. Give us a call. Gary has us hooked up to Facebook, YouTube, MyTube, the world's tube, and we're connected. We stream, and of course, we want to thank all of the affiliates across the U.S. that air this show. We put a new media kit together, and we listed, we're in Pine Bluff, for example, on KHUC, Coleman, Alabama, on WKUL, Florence, Alabama, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Palm Springs, California, Montrose, Colorado. We're all over the place. Rapid City, South Dakota, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Altoona, PA.
St. Paul, Minneapolis.
A new affiliate in St. Paul, Minneapolis. So we're everywhere, and we want to thank you for airing the show and bringing us into your community. We love doing it. And the show is about, Steve, I've thought about this a long time. Why are we doing this mission? It's to educate and empower the listener and the viewer to do what? Take charge of their health.
Make better choices, right?
Take charge of their health. That means a lot of different things, man.
I see a lot of problems with being able to take charge of your health because you don't know. For somebody like me who's just trying to, I went to the doctor said, we need to do something. What you're doing now is not working. You're broke.
Right. Figure it out. That's the hard part.
Okay. And so they give you directions like you need to figure it out. They just go on a diet. They don't tell you. They don't walk you through it. They don't. Not to say I'm 42 years old. I need somebody to hold my hand, but I do because I forgot how to eat. I forgot how to take care of myself. I forgot what I need to do. Every day. It's not like that. I don't want to do it. I don't know how to do it.
That gets back to what Dr. Gardner was talking about. The reason we are here in this industry is to educate the educators, right?
Okay.
So they come into our booth and the other companies here, and they learn about the new scientific studies, and they learn about the new products, and then they take that knowledge back to the store, and then you or anyone else who's thinking about changing their lifestyle can go into a local quality health food store
and they pass along that
knowledge.
What I think is interesting about Kyolic is you guys don't jump on the what's popular now bandwagon.
No, they've never done that.
No,
never.
No.
And I've walked around here and I'm like, look at these companies. They're jumping on the hey, what's popular now bandwagon. It's
you can make more money that way.
Yeah.
But that's not really what we're about.
Are you helping anybody?
We're headed in some messages. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. Don't hesitate to call the show. We have 3 or more segments to go here today, and we love speaking with you. Don't hesitate to call. You can call Steven, and he can relay your questions to me. He can't talk to me directly, but we'll get back in touch with you. You are listening to LTN Coast to Coast.
Almost 52% of men experience erectile dysfunction and benign prostatic hyperplasia. If you've had challenges with virility, sexual health, or low energy, Body Vigor's Alpha Extension may be the answer for you. Body Vigor's Alpha Extension can help revitalize your alpha male and extend your love. Our formula is one of the highest quality nutraceuticals available, formulated to support the processes involved in promoting a healthy male sex drive, energy, and stamina. Alpha Extension has 2 powerful herbal blends, Virilomax, which focuses on male sexual health, and T-Pump Activator, which helps balance your testosterone levels. Revitalize your alpha male with Body Vigor's Alpha Extension, exclusively available on Amazon.com.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. Thanks for tuning in today. We're in Baltimore, Maryland, broadcasting from the Waukanaga booth of America and the inside the Baltimore Convention Center for a 2017 edition of Expo East Natural Products Trade Show. And thanks to Waukanaga of America for giving us this opportunity to broadcast the show from their booth. They always pull through. Great. We were talking with Steve Augustine here a moment ago, and I'm going to bring Steve back. Jay Levy was here earlier. He'll be along. He might come back. And we were talking about the research. This is a research-oriented dietary supplement company. And Steve just handed me no less, looks like almost a half a dozen or so.
Yeah, at least 6. At
least 6 studies from around the world with different researchers, all working independently of one another. The research is sponsored by Wampanoag of America, but they don't have any influence over the scientists. Once it's turned over, they're out. These are double-blind, placebo-controlled trials, and that's the way it goes. It's good science. It's clean science.
I like the fact that they reach out across the world and use different scientists and use them, because that comes up with new ideas. I don't know if you've ever been down to South America, to Peru. They have all these potatoes. They have one of the largest varieties of potatoes in the world, and they're different colors and everything. And I was very reluctant to eat a potato down there because the colors were off. But I tried it. And it's one of those things that if you're not reaching out and you're not going across the world and getting new studies, you're not growing as a company.
And it does, what we found at the World Garlic Conference that we have every 5 years, that Dr. Garto is nice enough to come and attend for us and help us with it, is that when you bring a group of scientists together from different countries with different cultures and different research styles, the ideas start flowing and it's changing, and they come up with new things, and it really advances the whole category of research on garlic, especially aged garlic extract.
So I noticed you have Dr. Percival, whom I've interviewed and know. She at the University of Florida, she's doing some research. Dr. Buddha, of course, from the Harbor UCLA Medical Center. I've interviewed him. Dr. Jones. Who's Jones?
So Dr. Jones works for the Richardson Center for Functional Foods and Nutraceuticals in Canada, and he is a new researcher that we just established a relationship with.
And he's looking at it. He's looking at Kyolic, and he wants to look at 24-hour continuous systolic, diastolic, and ambulatory blood pressure. So
pulse rate, velocity, and lipid profile.
So he's in Kyolic in his research.
Yeah, what they try and do is Dr. Reed did a study at University of Adelaide in Australia that showed that taking aged garlic extract as little as 1 or 2 capsules a day of a reserve, so like about 1,200 milligrams a day, would reduce your systolic and your diastolic by about 10 points. And you can take it with blood pressure medication. There was no contraindication. In her study, all of the subjects actually were taking blood pressure medication already. So not only did it not contradict, it made it work better. So what the Wampanoag likes to do, and research scientists like to do, is replicate those kind of results with different researchers in different countries.
Independent of one another.
So that it really does work.
So there's no, when you go to a different country, it's the same formula that's made here.
It's the same formula. It's the same formula that's found in the bottle on the shelf in your local health store.
In that country.
Yeah,
because as Jay Levy was saying to you earlier, we'll make a special formulation for Australia if they ask for it, or Germany if they ask for it. But the studies that are done in the United States are done with formulas that are available in the store on the shelf.
There's no whiz-bang. They don't use a whiz-bang formula that they're going to get a better effect. What you buy in the store in the U.S. is what's used in the studies, and all the different, how many variations of Kyolic do you have now?
24 different formulas.
But they're all, every single one of those formulations has Kyolic aged garlic extract. My goodness.
Show them the sheet.
Wow. It's hard to see on camera, but that's a sheet, an information packet showing all the different formulations. And more than a few people that listen and watch this show are familiar with the product. Of course, we always have new people tuning in, listening, and watching, and we were trying to make you aware. We wanted to put a little bit of focus on some of these other products, but Kyolic aged garlic extract is the heart and soul, in many ways, of the company, and has been for decades. Sold in 50 countries, over 700 peer-reviewed studies.
Right.
Probably one of the most researched dietary supplement products in the world.
Definitely the most researched garlic in the world. One of the most researched supplements in the world.
So what is it about that aging? I've asked you that many times before, but repetition.
Right. So
you grow your own organic.
We're actually the farmers. which people don't realize that, but that's a really good thing in this industry. We control the product from the field to the shelf.
Soil to shelf.
Soil to shelf. So we organically grow it at Harris Ranch outside of Fresno, not too far from Fresno, California.
Right.
So it's California Organic Certification, which is a much better certification than what you find throughout the rest of the United States. Just more strict. And then we harvest it, chop it up, put it. It's aged for 12 to 20 months in stainless steel tanks.
And what do you put in the tanks? You have to break into the cells.
Right.
What do they use?
It is an alcohol aging and extraction process. So throughout the 12 to 20 month process, they take different samples throughout that aging process to control the different reactions that are taking place. The first 6 months, there's a lot of enzymatic reactions taking place where new compounds are forming. In the last 6 months, they're looking more at like what they call Maillard reaction product.
Okay. When we come back, we'll continue that. As I often have said, it's very hard to improve on nature. This is a case where science does improve on nature. It's really fascinating how this aging process works. What you start off with is not what you end up with. You end up with something new.
Right.
And really is helpful and helpful. We'll be back, LTN Coast to Coast. Thank you.
Hi, this is Kiana.
Hi.
Kiana.
Almost 52% of men experience erectile dysfunction and benign prostatic hyperplasia. If you've had challenges with virility, sexual health, or low energy, Body Vigor's Alpha Extension may be the answer for you. Body Vigor's Alpha Extension can help revitalize your alpha male and extend your love. Our formula is one of the highest quality nutraceuticals available, formulated to support the processes involved in promoting a healthy male sex drive, energy, and stamina. Alpha Extension has 2 powerful herbal blends, Virilomax, which focuses on male sexual health, and T-Pump Activator, which helps balance your testosterone levels. Revitalize your alpha male with Body Vigor's Alpha Extension, exclusively available on Amazon.com.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. Thanks for tuning in. Broadcasting today from Baltimore, Maryland, in the Wampanoag of America's booth, makers of Kyolic aged garlic extract. And as we do, it's spontaneous. Kiona Smythe, there you go, pronounced it right. She is a corporate vitamin manager for Nutrition Smart. If you listen to the show on a regular basis, you know that I always try to encourage retailers, wherever you are in the United States or around the world, to call the show. Why? Because you are the connection to the consumer. You are one of the, you're not just selling products, you're educating. And we want to be in touch with you. We want to become part of your effort to educate and empower consumers to take charge of their health. And we do believe in dietary supplementation. So Kiona has never been on the show, and I wasn't going to tell her what I was going to ask her, but welcome to the show. We work without a net. I promise you won't fall off the wire.
Okay, thank you.
You told me you've been in the industry 9 years?
I have. I started out with Nutrition Smart as an office manager, and actually the love for the industry stemmed from Jamaica, which that's where I'm from. And we believe in herbs, and we use a lot of it. So I got the opportunity to become the vitamin manager, and I went right for it, worked my way up, and got educated on everything.
Sure. And your education, you were pre-med and all that, so you know the science. What I want to ask you is this. You deal with consumers all the time, right?
Yes, I do.
You talk to them. Sometimes you talk to them, you're the person they come to with good news and bad news and their concerns and their questions, and right? What do you think is on consumers' minds relative to supplements? What is the best part of their thinking, and what are some of their misconceptions about dietary supplements?
The misconception most have, which I've seen over the years, is the quick fix. Everybody wants that quick fix, and most of it doesn't work that way. I do encourage this. You supplement, and you will feel the lifestyle as well.
Your diet.
So your diet is it's 80%, and I always tell my consumers, you have it in mind that I'm giving you a product that's going to work for you in a day, and I would not mislead you that way, but that's one of the misconceptions that they do have about supplements, that it's right away. Okay.
So in other words, they oftentimes, what I've learned over the years with consumers, as well as the experts, I can continue to commit diet and lifestyle violations and sins. If I just take the supplements, it'll moderate all that. It doesn't quite work that way, does it?
No, it doesn't work that way. I'm a person that will tell you right up front that you really have to do the diet with it.
And your lifestyle.
And your lifestyle. It's 100%. It has to be a balance. I'm not going to tell you this one pill is going to fix it. Because that wouldn't be truthful.
What's Nutrition Smart's mission? What are you all trying to do?
Improve life. Improve life and help our customers. I always say this, it feels so well when somebody walks in and that, everything that you have recommended and I have done it has changed my life, whether cholesterol, whether it's
blood pressure,
whether it's pain,
inflammation,
it warms our heart. So we're a believer in taking care of the community and helping change your life because it's definitely needed.
Does Nutrition Smart carry a lot of the national brands?
We do. We have a wide selection of brands.
You've been in business, 30 years?
About that.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah.
You have a number of stores in the Tampa Bay area.
Yes, we do. We have 3, Wesley Chapel, West Chase, and Kyolic.
Yeah, I'm familiar with all 3 of them.
Oh, yeah.
You know that our show originates out of Tampa, Florida, and I am sure many of your customers listen to Let's Talk Nutrition.
They do.
Well,
they should definitely
have your managers please call the show.
I will.
We're not biased. We love to hear from the managers. The managers are in the field, and your managers, usually these stores are like your supplemental Sherpa, shall you say. They will guide you to where you need to be in health. And I know
we have really one of the things as a corporate vitamin manager, what I strive for is education. I'm
Right.
big on education, and I have to say that we have very knowledgeable staff, and we promote if the training is available, it's there. I even request the training. So whenever we have in the stores, whatever products we launch, we want to make sure our associates are up to par and be able to educate our customers on it.
Right.
Why we believe you should take this particular product and how it will work for you.
Exactly. So in the mission here, around here, is to educate and empower and, of course, entertain the listener and the viewer. There has to be entertainment. Doesn't mean being funny. Entertainment means a lot of different things. Entertain in the sense that we want to hold your interest and talk about things that are meaningful to you, right?
Correct.
And, you know, this is a health talk show, but I've concluded it's really a show about life. But when I asked you, what's your mission at Nutrition Smart, you said what? To change. Thank you very much. Exactly. And it's not just taking pills, powders, liquids, right? It's not about that. Not about that at all.
Lifestyle change, huge change.
Yeah, and to integrate, and I get people upset when I say this in the industry. I think that supplements are overrated. I think they're misused. I think they're misunderstood. I think that from time to time, they can have consequences people don't realize. These are chemical compounds. So you have to get educated. They're not the end all and be all. They're part of the all. Right? Part of the that accounts for the variance. Right? And it's better to tell, that's more honest, I think. And I think the consumer appreciates that.
Yes, they do. They do.
And
They say it too when you're honest with it all. You know, just don't think anybody wants to be misguided.
They don't want to be conned.
Yeah, and if they have a misconception, that's where we come in and really educate them about, you know, this is not really correct. This is what you really need to do in lieu of all of it.
I had my personal physician, Dr. McElwain, who's a rheumatologist and an internist. He said to me one day, he said, do you think you could put a protocol together for inflammation? I want to give it to my patients who are on heavy medications. So I put a protocol together. It was 4 or 5 supplements. He now administers that to his patients, and many of his patients, he told me not long ago, are taking less medication. So he's using the supplements, nutraceuticals with pharmaceuticals. Right?
Complementary.
Yeah,
can you stick around a little bit?
Yes, I can. I can.
Nice meeting you. We'll be back. Let's talk nutrition coast to coast with Kiana Smythe, vitamin manager for Nutrition Smart.
Are your joints feeling out of date and stiff? Is that old sports injury flaring up? Is your body aching from the daily wear and tear at work? Body Vigor's Joint Ready keeps you at the ready for any joint pain that gets out of line. Unfortunately, as we age, joint pain becomes more common. Body Vigor's Joint Ready can help provide relief so you can continue to go about your day. Our formula contains sulfated forms of glucosamine and chondroitin. Studies show that these sulfated forms are more effective than regular glucosamine bound to hydrochloride. Joint Ready promotes a healthy inflammatory response, facilitates cartilage synthesis, and provides additional antioxidants. Keep your joints at the ready with Body Vigor's Joint Ready, exclusively on Amazon.com.
slippery, you know.
And here's the LTN Health question of the day. Earlier in the show, I was talking to Jay Levy about their product, Kyolic. Okay, this is a fabulous product. It's a greens product. We were talking about the ingredients, and he mentioned that there's one ingredient that's not in here. Okay, there's one particular ingredient not in the product. Which of the following is not in Kyolic? Is it barley? A, barley, B, wheatgrass, or C, spirulina? Which one of those three is not in Kyolic? Is it barley, wheatgrass, or spirulina? Right answer, $25 supplement gift card.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255.
Toll free. Call. Win the. Stephen will. He'll let me know if you win. Since we're out of studio, we're in Baltimore today at the Expo East Product Trade Show 2017 edition. I can't talk to you. You can talk to Stephen. Who's a nice young man. Give me your answer. Win that prize. Walking by, we snagged her. Steve Augustine knows quite well. Is Kiona Strite. She is the vitamin manager, corporate vitamin manager for Nutrition Smart. It's a very nice chain of health stores, and there's 3 of them up in my neck of the woods. 3 of them, and we always invite their managers to call the store. We encourage them to do that. What supplements do you take?
I have like a core, I really do. So I have my vitamin D3, and I take a multivitamin, blue fish oil, and I take a probiotic.
It's interesting. Why did you pick it? Do you supplement from time to time with other things?
I do. I take garlic as well, consistently. Sometimes I give it a break. This time of year, I like to take my garlic.
Which garlic?
I take Kyolic.
I was going to say, don't say Kyolic. You better put a helmet on because.
Oh, no. I grew up with garlic. I'm from the Caribbean. We cook a lot with garlic.
Yeah.
It's in my dishes, everything. So I fell in love with Kyolic for 1,000 milligrams, and it's my favorite one. And I take it, from right through probably March, just to make sure I don't get sick. And I don't get sick.
For your immune system. Do you take any protein powders or anything like that?
Yeah. I make a protein shake in the morning, which consists of a plant-based protein, Naturade, or I'll use Orgain.
I use Orgain. I like Orgain. I like Orgain's almond milk because it has 10 grams of protein in it per serving.
And it doesn't have cow's milk in it. We learned that. We were sitting there reading some labels, and he told me, he's like, look, this almond milk has cow's milk in it. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You gotta read your labels. I'm on that. The first thing I look at, ingredients.
Okay.
Ingredients.
He's taught me that now. Dr. Gartner's taught me how to read labels.
The nutrition, I taught my family how to do that, my customers how to do that. Because you really want to know what's in the product because it needs to be listed on the label.
So you made 3 references as you've been sitting here to Jamaica and herbs. And that's interesting, intriguing to me because different cultures, the food culture can be different.
Yeah.
And in Jamaica, herbs are an essential part not only of the food but of the medicine.
Correct.
Can you chat a little bit about that?
Well, growing up, as I always tell everybody, I don't remember going to the doctor as a child, as how it is in America. Something happens and they take the kids to the doctor. Something happens to us, my mom goes out into the backyard and there's an herb that she's pulling, that she's making a tea out of, that we're drinking, and it works. For whatever reason, whenever she gave it to us, like fever grass was a popular herb that my mom would give us growing up. We had anything coming down, I would have some fever grass tea. Any stomach issue, ginger tea. She's a firm believer in peppermint. We have all these herbs at our availability. So she used that. Yeah, a lot.
It's part of the culture generally, medicinally speaking, in terms of medicine, but in terms of food. The health question for today is: which of the following is not in Kyolic? Is it wheatgrass or spirulina? Here's a hint. The name of the name. Okay. Here's a number to call.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255.
Call and give Stephen the answer, and then you can win a $25 supplement gift card. What would be the one single best advice you would give to consumers about dietary supplementation before I cut you loose?
The best advice I would give, and this is the advice that I've given myself when I started taking supplements, is you got to evaluate your lifestyle. You have to look at what you're trying to accomplish, and meaning your health goals, and anything that you're trying to accomplish, just know the supplement is in addition to the lifestyle, in addition to how you eat, in addition to your exercise, your sleep, and everything starts with the mind. I'm a firm believer, you gotta get the mind right as well. So if you get your mind right, you know what you're on target for. Let's say, for example, my immune system is something that I worry about. I travel a lot.
Yes.
So during my travel period, I make sure that I'm on my phone. I make sure that I'm getting
Your
enough.
Kyolic.
My Kyolic 1,000 milligrams, and I make sure I get enough sleep. I make sure I exercise, and I also eat right. So I think my advice to you is to evaluate what you are trying to accomplish. And
Good
once
advice.
you know exactly what you're trying to accomplish, it will make it so much easier.
We're headed out. Thank you, first of all. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
And thank you for coming on, sharing your insight, your professional insight, your actual experience. And please have your managers give us a call when we're on air. We'd love to speak with them. They can chime in, give their view on a supplement that we're talking about, whatever.
All right, I'll definitely do that. I'll have my managers call in and really participate as well.
Please do.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Thank you. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be here again at the Natural Products Trade Show. We're in the Baltimore Convention Center. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We enjoy being with you every day, and we are grateful for your listenership. We don't take that for granted. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, where your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you. See you tomorrow.